Hi, good morning everyone and welcome to teacher vlog number 5. Today is a little bit different because I am starting the vlog today at home. I am going into school today, I've got some stuff to do in school, but it's a little bit different because it's later on in the day. I don't have to be in work until 12 o'clock. And the reason for that is because today is our school summer concert. It's our performance night. So we're going to be staying quite late. We're going to be going to a new performance venue to watch the children. It's going to be nice to catch up with the children that I had in my class last year because they will be on the stage singing. They're a year older now, and you know, it's always nice to just see those little faces a little bit older. So I've had a little bit of extra time this morning to get ready, which is nice. I wouldn't usually curl my hair just for a day working with children in class, but I thought because it was quite a special night and we're going to be out and we're going to be in the concert hall, I just thought I'd make a little bit more of an effort. As a teacher, you don't normally have much time in the mornings to get ready, so like I've made myself a cooked breakfast, I've got a few bits and bobs done around the flat, and I'll be heading into work shortly. But for now, I just want to take a minute to address a message that I received yesterday. At the moment, I've been receiving a lot of messages from teachers, whether that's newly qualified teachers or maybe from student teachers that are about to start their first year of teaching in September. And one of the messages that I got in particular really caught my attention because I think it just hit home for me. It was about somebody having a really negative experience on a teaching placement. So I just thought I'd take a minute this morning before I head into work and just offer sort of my personal opinion on what might help that teacher out at the stage that she's at. Anyway, I'm going to read this message to you now. And maybe if you've got any comments or suggestions for this person, who I am going to keep anonymous, you are welcome to post them in the comments section down below. And maybe we can all work together, whether you've got a lot of teaching experience or whether you are still training yourself and you're on your placements. Maybe we can come up with some suggestions together that might help and support this trainee teacher. So the message that I received says, "Hi Katie, I hope you don't mind me messaging you, but I have just found and subscribed to your videos. Thank you for subscribing. Would it be at all possible to do a video soon about how to deal with how it feels leaving the PGCE and heading towards your first in September? In the PGCE, no one goes through long-term, medium-term plans or what to do with your new class in the first couple of weeks. Have you guys got any tips or reflections on how you felt at that time and what you did?" And she's also put, "I love your videos. I'd love to be as confident as you too." I think maybe what we need to remember here is that Ryan and I might emit a confidence when we speak on this channel, and when we make our support videos for teachers, we might sort of shine and have a lot of confidence and we bounce ideas back and forth. But Ryan and I were not always confident teachers. I think when you first start your teaching journey, it is going to be very, very rare or very, very slim chance that you walk into the classroom on the first day and you know exactly what to do and you know how to deal with a new class of children. I'm going to tilt that a little bit. Is that better? Even though university somewhat prepares you, like your PGCE shows you placement, shows you what teaching is like, it really only shows you what teaching is like for other people, because you're always going to be a student in that classroom. You're always going to be someone that isn't the main class teacher. And I have talked about this on the channel before, and how when you go into the class as a student, the children, they see you straight away, and most children will have had other PGCE students in class, so they kind of identify straight away that you are not someone that is the main class teacher and you're not in charge of the class. I guess what I'm trying to say is that first day of teaching might in some ways feel as though it's the first day of training as well. You start learning how to teach really on the job. It's a very, very strange hands-on experience. But even though university kind of gives you the theory and it gives you an insight into classrooms and you get to go into people's classrooms and see how they operate, really nothing can prepare you for that day. So when you walk in on that first day, it's just going to be hard, I think. I remember being absolutely terrified. I've spoken to a lot of teachers recently and I've been asking them about their first day of teaching because it's actually a video series that we want to work on, and no one has told me, not a single teacher has told me that they walked in feeling like they knew what to do. I don't think university really does prepare you in many ways for medium-term planning, long-term planning. Like, you might look at some example ones, but those are probably example plans that have been pulled from many years ago. Teaching has moved on. Teaching is supposed to be more inquiry-based now. It's supposed to be more based on children asking questions and generating their own learning and being facilitators in the classroom, and not just the teacher telling things and the children learning. But I think we're going to make a first day of teaching video as well. If we have already made that, I will link it above. Ryan and I are really big believers in routine. We always think that the first day you should try a maths lesson, try an English grammar lesson, and yes, we know that you need to do getting to know you activities and talk to the children a lot. I always make sure I have a conversation with every single child on that first day just to find out what they like, where they've come from. Tell me something that you enjoy doing, tell me something that you really want to work on this year. I always talk to every student. I find the time somewhere in that first day, specifically to the question that I've been asked here, and just take a look over them and see what other teachers are doing. Ask to speak to other teachers if possible, your English lead, your maths lead, and your phase leader if you're lucky enough to have one. Just say, please, can I just have half an hour of your time just to go over these documents? I really want to see what they look like. People can be very forgiving because they know it's your first year, they know you don't know what to do, and if anyone sort of tells you off or has a go at you and says, I can't believe you've not done this document, you are kind of within your rights to say, well, in all fairness, I don't know how to do this document. I've been asking for support. Please, can you show me how to do it properly? Use it as a year to just investigate and learn and grow, and try not to worry if people are saying you don't know what you're doing. It's fine. It's fine to not know what you're doing. Teaching is just such a strange job. It really, really is such a strange experience. If anyone has got any more tips and suggestions for this person, please post them in the comments, because I think it is helpful to hear other people's scenarios. If you've struggled as well, or you've had placements that you didn't feel prepared you properly for your first day of teaching, I think it would be really comforting for this person and other teachers to find out. I'm going into my 6th year of teaching next year, and when I walk in, I will still be nervous on that first day. So I don't think this is a feeling that really ever goes away. I think it's just something that you learn to get used to and adapt to. So thank you so much for watching vlog number 5. I'm going to take you guys into school with me now, so I'll go get my bag, I'll put you in there, and you can see a little bit more of my campus where I'm at, and you can see some of the lessons that the children have been working on recently. Oh, it's so bright. It's good to have a nice mix of Western living and of course the sort of authentic Hong Kong living, which I do crave, because that's the reason that I moved out here, to learn about a new culture. So Kennedy Town is a really nice place to live if you want a good balance. You want a bit of authentic living, but you also want the comfort of Western bars and Western restaurants as well. I feel like Hong Kong is a very noisy city. This is where I live, Kennedy Town, right on the very end near the ocean. I have to travel all the way along the blue, change at Central, which is kind of the centre point in Hong Kong, travel up the red, all the way to Prince Edward, which is where my school is situated. So the tram system is really easy to follow. Ryan lives here, Causeway Bay, so it's pretty easy for me to visit Ryan as well, and often we will meet somewhere kind of in the middle. Central's a good spot for us as well. We have our own Disney tram in Hong Kong because there is a Hong Kong Disneyland, so if you're into Disney, maybe Hong Kong is the place for you. So this is the flower market in Hong Kong. It's an entire road. In fact, there's several roads dedicated to the sale of plants and flowers. People travel from all over Hong Kong to come and buy lovely things here. It's always very busy, no matter what time of day you walk. It's funny, sometimes in Hong Kong I'm just walking along and I kind of forget that most buildings go like this. It's so hot. I think we're about to be hit by a massive rainstorm. I could probably run from here if I needed to, even in my flip-flops. So I decided just to come up to the art room. I just thought it might be nice to have a little minute to myself before the children get in and they start screaming and singing songs for the concert. So the first thing I wanted to share with you guys while I'm up here and I've got a little minute to myself is some clips from a lesson that I did the other day with my children. Something that I found quite challenging as a teacher this week is I've had to teach money to my students, and obviously they don't use the same currency as me. I've been having to teach my normal maths lessons involving money, but I've had to convert it all to Hong Kong dollars. Now it isn't actually especially difficult for me to do that because Hong Kong dollars are quite easy to work out. You just divide it by 10 or times it by 10 and 30 Hong Kong dollars would be £3. Anyway, fast forward, I did this really nice lesson with my children. Our new unit of inquiry is all about belief systems, so we've been learning all about religion and different things that people believe in and superstitions as well. That's been a really nice thing to learn about, like why do people not like walking under a ladder? Why do people think that you should salute a magpie? Why do people think that you should tap on wood? And the children have really got into it, they really enjoy it. So I challenged the children to create a shop of their own, and they had to sell religious items that were based on the different religions from around the world that we had been learning about. Anyway, it was an amazing lesson. I really enjoyed it, and I am going to share some clips of it with you now. If you are teaching money at any point, or you want some ideas for a different way to set up like a shop with your students, have a little go at what I did because it was absolutely amazing, and all the children created the items, priced them up, paid for the items. Yeah, it was just a really nice lesson. Let me know if you like the look of the lesson and if you would maybe try the lesson yourself too. Some lovely items.
I make that one.
Prices. Will religion work?
It's about who buys it first. Yes.
Different belief shop. Ooh, these look nice. Yin and yang. That's beautiful.
So hard to make.
So nice. Oh, not for sale? Is it just a display? So I guess this one is not for sale. This is just a display item. Can you afford it?
There's 30 so far, so there's 30. But when you buy something, this.
What are you buying? How much is it?
$30.10.
Okay, you counting out your money then?
That's so expensive. Well, this is more expensive.
Oh, that looks beautiful. How much did it cost?
15.
What have you managed to sell so far?
We just buy a statue of
You bought the statue?
Yeah.
Is that the payment?
Yeah.
30. Ah, you got it right. What about Zeus? No one wants him.
Too expensive.
Maybe you'll have to put him on sale.
How much is Zeus?
He's quite expensive, but he's quite worth it as well. There is an offer. What's your offer?
Buy one, get one free.
Buy one, get one free. Boys and girls, there's an offer over here. Is there an offer going on over here as well?
Yeah.
Wait, I might buy you a pencil case.
No, it's not for sale.
Mine.
If you want
Is
it,
this the last one?
yes, because you are a special guest, you don't need to pay.
Right, I will get you. Do you know what? I will give you some money. Thank you so much. How much was it? Where's the label? Have you got it?
I think it's 45.
So this should have cost $45, but the girls have let me have it as a special guest price. What are you buying?
We eat it together. Yeah.
So you bought it together?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's like a chocolate cup.
And how much was it?
5.
Well, enjoy. Oh, you can create a calendar.
For $5. No, that's not for sale. That's the thing that we put it not for sale.
Oh, not for sale,
The
sorry.
thing that we bought. Okay, these are yours. Then take it.
That's a change.
12.
I feel like from now on this is where I'm going to bring my vlog camera because it's so much easier to talk to you guys from here. So another really interesting thing that I wanted to share with you guys from my class this week is as part of the unit where we're learning about superstitions and we're learning about what different people believe around the world, I've been trying to find out what the children in my class believe, and they told me the number 4 in Chinese culture is very unlucky, and I don't just mean like a little bit unlucky, I mean it is the number that represents death. And it is so feared in Chinese culture that sometimes buildings will not include the number 4. So there's no 4th floor, no 14th floor, no 24th floor, certainly no 40th floor or any of the numbers in between. So in my lift, and maybe I can try and find a clip of it, all the number 4s are skipped, so there's no 4th floor, which is actually quite hard to say. So basically I got the children in my class to tell me why it was unlucky and if their parents believe in it and if their families believe in it, and most of the children told me yes, like they find the number 4 scary, they don't know why, and I guess it shows that parents can have like an influence on children and they can pass their fears on. I got the children to record for me what the number 4 sounds like and what the word death sounds like. The first one I want you to say is the number 4.
4.
Now can you say death? 4. Death. They sound the same.
No, it's not.
And that is why some people in China are scared of the number 4. So I have just gone downstairs and I have asked my dear friend Miss Lisa.
Hello, my name is Lisa.
If she will come and talk with me a little bit about what I've just been trying to explain about Chinese superstition, and I don't really know enough about it. So me and Lisa right now, we run a club together. We do a graphic design club here at our school and we really enjoy doing it. The children love it, don't they?
Yeah, they design many wonderful artworks during our class and our lesson.
Yep.
And even after lesson, when they see me and then they say, oh, Miss Lisa, you are very creative because you are in graphic design class.
The children always go home and they do extra drawings and they bring them in to show us. I think that's really nice as well, isn't it? Can we do it again? So the number 4 is?
It's 4.
4.
And the pronunciation is similar like 死.
4.
Yeah, 死 actually means die.
死.
Yeah. So it's not a lucky number.
Okay, so the number 4 in Chinese culture is the same as the word to die. Can I ask you a little bit, because I've lived in Hong Kong for 2 years now, and I've seen a lot of very strange things. You know, it's a completely different culture to the culture that I have in the UK.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time I see people burning like fruits and items outside on the street, and they're putting fire and sticks, and I have an idea, but like I'm just wondering, what is the symbolism of that and why do people do that?
Okay, they burn the item. It's for the family already died in the hills, and for them, and like you can see they burn like the gold paper and silver paper.
Yeah,
that means money.
So the silver paper and the gold paper represents burning money for people that have passed away.
Yeah, and they send the money to the family.
Oh, onto like the next life.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I've lived in Hong Kong for a long time, and there's so many little culture things that I see a lot, almost like on a daily basis, and I've never thought to really question and find out. But thank you. And
you know, my family, they did it every year.
Every year?
Yeah, it's kind of like a very big deal for my family to do it. And my mom gets up to prepare because we want to burn lots of love. That's kind of
lots of gifts.
Item. Yeah, to them. And then my mom always spends 1 month to prepare all the things. And then on that day, and then all my family will go together and burn that gifts to them
and send them on.
Yeah,
that's so nice.
Yeah.
The unit of inquiry that I've just started with my class is all about belief systems, which is why I thought it would be quite nice to talk to Lisa today and ask, because I want to try and understand more about the belief of the children in my class in order to make lessons that like they will suit them. And as teachers, I think we have to use the children's interests and their past knowledge to really influence what we then teach. Just having a little chat today about that has kind of given me some ideas for just little things that I'm going to put into my lessons. So thank you.
Good. No problem.
Do you like being on the camera?
Yeah. Yes, I am. It's my pleasure.
You're like a little shorter than me, aren't you? So please give a thumbs up and a thank you to Lisa for being here. I really want her to make a channel of her own, but
yeah, I will.
There we go. So if you've got any questions about Chinese culture or the teaching of Chinese as a foreign language in a school in Hong Kong, or anything that you would like to ask Miss Lisa, please post them down below and she will happily answer those questions.
Oh, cool.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm just going to ask Lisa if she'll help me to show a couple of areas around the school. I won't be showing the whole school, but maybe just a few little clips here and there so you get a better idea of where it is that we are situated here in Hong Kong. Oh. So let's go, let's have a little walk around.
Let's go.
This is like the outdoor area that we've got in the school. We don't use it very much because it's just so hot in Hong Kong all the time, but we do have it as like a little option. So we have photographs out here, and what else do we have? Like some team games. Come on. This little phase. So I don't really use it as much as I should. I think I could use this space for more, so if you've got any suggestions of a way that we could bring some lessons outside, that might be quite nice. Stop the snakes getting in. There are actually a lot of snakes around here. I've seen quite a few. And I will take you down to my classroom, which you've seen a little bit of in the videos before anyway, so let's go. Let's go. And this is my classroom. Ooh. Yeah, we've got 2 weeks left of this term, so my classroom is really messy. I'm about to sort it all out and put everything in boxes and put everything away, so I'm kind of in between classrooms at the moment because I am moving. Did you know this, Lisa? Next year I am going to be in the classroom next
room. Yeah, I know.
I've been in this room for 2 years now, and I just feel like I'm maybe getting a little bit done with it. Like, I'm just ready for a change. So I'm packing everything up at the moment, so there's boxes everywhere. The children are helping out, they're putting everything away, and I'm going to be moving into a different room. So yeah, it's a bit of a mess, but it's kind of my room. And
it's good to have another environment to teach.
And it is quite a big room as well, like it's quite bright. I've got my interactive whiteboard, but I do find that I do quite a lot of sort of old-fashioned teaching in this school. In my old school, I always used interactive.
Yeah.
But here I quite like to use the whiteboard as well, and again, it's all messy here, but this is where I do a lot of sort of maths teaching and English and grammar. Always have some sort of key skills that we're focusing on as part of the unit, just so I can keep pointing to them.
Caring and knowledgeable.
Yeah.
And thinker.
Me? So,
you are.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I wonder if we can show you the classroom that I'm moving into. Maybe we should see if I'm allowed it in. It's not in that one. Where do you teach Chinese?
This is also a room of my 3C. It's my Chinese room too. And then I normally I stand here and write things to the students.
Yeah.
And I use it in the whiteboard to teach something to them.
Yeah. So this is going to be my room next year. I'm really excited to have this room. I think you're right. It has like good feng shui. We're not the same height. Yeah, it has a good feel to it, this room. It feels like really airy and breezy, and I think maybe this big sort of window.
Yeah.
And then I guess this will be my desk. Right now it is Kieran's desk, so sorry Kieran, but I'm showing all of your things.
This is your next year.
This is gonna be me.
Yeah.
This is gonna be my desk.
Very user friendly.
Uh-oh. No, come on. Uh-oh. We've been caught in the act.
Hi, welcome back.
My classroom.
Saying this is going to be my new room.
Hello.
I think that what people don't realise is that teachers spend most of their lives inside school. So when you're moving into a new classroom or you've got a new classroom, it's quite a big deal, isn't it?
Yeah, it seems like you get a new home.
It becomes like your new little home, and
yeah.
these drawers will have my survival kit in, and
Yeah.
this will be like my zone. This is going to be where I spend every single morning when I come into work, and I have a cup of tea here every day.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
it's going to be a big part of my life, so I might as well. I think we scared Kieran off.
Hello.
I'm not going to move in for a couple of weeks. Bye, Kieran.
Bye.
So I'm not too sure how much more filming I'm going to be able to do, because I really don't think I can put the summer concert in the actual video, because it's going to be all the children on stage, and I don't want to include images of their faces without parent permission. I hope you enjoyed having a look around the school and having a look at some of the lessons that I've been teaching recently, because I really enjoy the end of the year with a class of students. I always think it's so nice when they suddenly start becoming really independent, and they know the routines, and they know you as a teacher really well, and just doing lessons like that with the students can just, I don't know, it inspires me as a teacher, and I'm sure it inspires them with their learning as well. So it's a really nice sort of to and fro. So I'll see what else I can film for you today, but if not, then maybe this is my classroom. I hope you've enjoyed the tour, and I will speak to you again later.